Now, I spoke a little bit about it a little earlier to Bruce Whitfield, also mentioned it. About a year ago, I was in Thailand, Koh Samui to be exact, and a bunch of us ended up playing a game called soccer golf. Now, I got an invite today to something called foot golf. I hoped that it resembled the exact same thing I played over in Koh Samui, and it turns out it did. On the line now, I've got Grant Nock, who's heavily involved with bringing this sport, this hybrid sport, to South Africa. Grant, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a bit more about it.
Good evening, Derek. Thank you very much. I'm from the Page Project, a charity organisation for cerebral palsy, and we've been approached by Arthur Batista, who's managed to bring foot golf and get the rights to foot golf to South Africa. And we've joined up as the chosen charity with him, and we're looking to host as many events as possible to try and bring foot golf into mainstream South Africa. As you mentioned, it is around the world, and basically foot golf is a combination of football and golf, and the game is played with a regulation size soccer ball, size 5, on a golf course with shortened holes, played into a 53 centimetre diameter cup. And similarly to golf, the object of the game is to get the ball into the hole in the fewest possible number of kicks.
Now, I've been given a graphic of football attire, foot golf attire, what I've got to wear. A shirt with collar, that's fine. Flat cap, knee-high Argyle socks, indoor turf soccer shoes, trousers, golf pants or shorts. Is this serious? You guys, I was in Thailand. I played with slops and probably a Speedo.
Yeah, they are trying to keep the golf attire or the foot golf attire similar to golf, whereby it is attire that's preferred. Obviously, we are playing on golf courses as well, and we need to also adhere to what the golf courses regulations are. Unfortunately, it was one of those things whereby golf courses have a lot of people who spend money to be at those golf courses, yes. And we need to obviously adhere to their rules and regulations as well.
Okay, no, fair enough. Now, for the listeners out there, if they want to compete, I mean, you're bringing it to South Africa. Is this open to the public yet? Can they go and participate?
Not yet. On Thursday next week we are having a launch. There are still some spots available for the launch on the 26th of September, and if anybody is interested in joining us on the launch, they can get hold of Arthur to book their spot on info@footgolf.co.za. Thereafter, I know Arthur will be running a few more launches. We'll be hosting as a charity 1 or 2 this year, and then next year we'll be going through to trying to set up as many events as we possibly can.
And Grant, what I enjoyed about it, I mean, I'm by no means a good golfer. I'm actually a terrible golfer. I'm also a terrible football player. But I found it not easy, but relatively easy to get into. And I think by about the 4th or 5th hole, I pretty much had a knack for it. Well, I mean, I wasn't as terrible as I would be if I was on the 4th or 5th hole on my first ever golf course. So it is a relatively easy sport to pick up, especially considering, I mean, we South Africans, we live for ball sports, we live for sports like football.
Absolutely. I've grown up playing football all my life, and I'm lucky enough to have played golf quite a bit. But the nice thing about it is that it's certainly not as expensive as golf, and it's a lot easier to pick up. Anybody can really play it. The maximum length of the holes are probably about 200 odd meters, but there will be a lot of smaller, shorter holes, which means that people who don't have the ability to kick it as far as your sort of professional footballers and stuff are still able to pick it up, run the ball down the fairway, and still play the game. Get out in the open air and have a walk around a beautiful setting on a golf course, kicking a ball with a couple of mates.
And do you have normal hazards like golfers experience on their course?
Absolutely. There is various techniques and rules when it comes to kicking the ball out of the bunker. You're not allowed to flick it out. You have to actually chip it out. You have to cross over water. The nice thing about it is that when the ball does go into any water hazards, you don't have to lose the ball because it floats and you can get it back.
It sounds fantastic. Grant, can you give us that website again for people wanting to get involved and looking forward to the launch next week?
Absolutely. It's the website's currently under instruction, but the email address is info@footgolf.co.za. Alternatively, if anybody wants to contact the Page Project to find out a bit more, it's info@thepageproject.co.za, and Page is spelled P-A-I-G-E. Alternatively, on Facebook, Foot Golf South Africa is the Facebook page.
Oh, fabulous. I'm looking forward to it. I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Thailand, and I reckon this is definitely going to pick up in South Africa, particularly given our love for sports. Grant Knott, thanks so much for chatting to us here on Sports Talk. I'll be chatting to you next week when we have the launch of Foot Golf, and I'll be sure to give the listeners an update as to what exactly it's all about and where you can participate. And I'll be tweeting as well, at Derek Alberts1. Follow me, and you'll find out all about this new exciting sport, which Ian Crew can't wait to start playing. Thanks for joining us this evening on Sports Talk. Udo Carlson will be back tomorrow evening.